guys, welcome to our channel. Today we are going to be working on making our Tracker Off-Road 300 street legal. Derek's going to be going through adding all the necessary legal items. I will be watching, but we hope you guys enjoy.
Alright, so in Washington, where we're at, in order to legalize the four-wheeler for roads, they let you drive them on roads that are 35 miles an hour and under. You need to have high beams, low beams, blinkers, mirrors, and a horn. We've already got high and low beams that it already comes with. It has some running lights here, and we're going to repurpose those to be our blinkers. And then in the rear, it's got brake lights and tail lights, but no blinkers, but they actually have slots for the bulbs. There's just nothing in there. So I got everything over here. For the rear, I just took the caps, the plugs out, and we're gonna add some LEDs to the plugs, and they'll twist in. I got new amber colored bulbs for the front, and then we've got mirrors in here, a switch in here, like for the blinkers and the horn, and that is all. Oh, and there's a relay in there. That's all that is required to do it. The rest of this stuff's just all extra stuff. So we got connectors, waterproof plugs, heat shrink, wire to make the harness, splice connectors, and fuses, inline fuses. So go ahead and get started on the handlebars probably first, and then we'll start wiring everything up. Alright, so I did some wire tracing. This is my main wires that go to my main switch up here, and these are the ones that come out of the harness. This 6 plug here, it's got these 2 wires here. It's a brown black and a brown blue. They're both dead right now. When I turn the switch on the first setting, the ignition, nothing in that corner. That one lights up, meaning that the brown blue wire is my key on, lights off wire. Now when I turn the key again to the lights on, I get power on, let's see, but I get power on that corner and that corner. So the brown blue is first key, brown black is second, but brown blue is the one we need because I need power when the key's on to be able to run the blinkers and horn, not when the lights are on, because you want blinkers all the time. So I'm going to splice into that wire, and I'm going to run that wire to my switch. Alright, so we got our line coming through here. I got it shrink wrapped and tubed together, and then comes off to this waterproof plug. So now we've got our positive only for ignition and a waterproof disconnect, and I'll test that real quick. I'm gonna have to plug these big connectors back in order to do any testing, just because there's no power. The power comes out of the harness into the plug. So alright, so I got my relay. I hooked the relay up to my switch. This is going to vary depending on what switch you got, but I've got positive coming off the jumper we ran earlier, going into the relay. Then out of the relay, it goes into the switch. It happens to be my brown wire. That supplies flashing positive. Flasher just takes the positive and makes it flash. And I've got flashing positive, goes into the brown of the switch, goes up here. Then the switch comes back down, depending on if I click right or left. These are color-coded right and left. The horn, I just ran from our positive into the switch, which was white. There's 2 white cables, white in and a white out. You can literally do them either way because it's just connecting them. Ran positive into the white, then a positive down to the horn. The horn needs a ground, so let me get this out of here. There's a green cable here, runs through my fuel tank, one of my mount screws, just a ground, runs over into my waterproof plug, into the horn. So that's all done. We've got our horn now. The blinkers are actually hooked up. Let me see if I can. So I turned the blinker on one of them. I just clicked it on one. One of our wires here is gonna work. Should work. Hold on. go. So right now I have the blinker on. See it there. So now what we have to do, I just need to run my blinker wire. So right now I just unplugged right below the fender here. There's a plug right there that goes down here. I remember it was brown, so I've got my wire here. There's a brown wire there. I need to cut that, cap it, and then run it to my blinker wire that corresponds, and that'll give me my blinker. So we're gonna do that real quick. All right, so we've got our green, which is gonna be the right-hand side. Got the little wire running in. Got our two bigs coming out. One's going down to the right side, and then I got this one right now, which just runs to the back of the four-wheeler. They're just spooled up. I got the other side too here because I'm gonna have to run to my taillight blinkers. But I got the bulb in, I got it changed out to amber, and so we'll turn the key on, and I'll turn it on right side blinker. Make sure the horn still works, but right side blinker, and boom. This side, let's see here, does not appear to be on. Oh yeah, because to get the lights on, if I turn both lights on, you'll see. So this is what it originally had here, just a regular running, and we changed it out for a blinker. If the four-wheeler was on right now, it could turn the headlights on, but it won't. It'll only let me turn them on when it's running. But the blinkers work, so I just need to do the other side real quick, and then I can close all this up, get it all cleaned up nice, because I just have my two positives running back here, and we're just gonna splice them into the taillight blinkers, which don't exist yet, because unlike the front, there is no light in place. I actually have to remove these plugs and make some lights, but same thing. All right, so I got all my wires taped up nice, all heat shrink and stuff, zip tied where they need it, and then we just ran the double wire. It's coming through here. I don't think you can see it anywhere down below. It's coming along here. It's gonna pass by the battery. We're probably gonna pick up two negative wires because there's no lights back here that we're gonna be using. And I'll pop it under this battery tray out. We got plenty of cable to go to both sides. So throw this shielding back on. All right, so I got everything installed here. Let's go ahead and turn our blinker on. Kind of washed out the camera, but go around back here. Shoulder up here. Then we'll go left. Turn the lights off, it'll make it easier. Then we've got our horn. And there's our brake lights kicking on. See it good. Anyway, so we got it all done. So now the next step is gonna be, I gotta go get it inspected by a dealership. They'll give me some paperwork and I'll take that to the DMV and we'll get our sticker. Alright, so I'm bringing the four-wheeler to a motorcycle dealer, and they're going to inspect it. It's called a safety inspection. They're just going to make sure all the blinkers, lights, tail lights, all that are installed correctly, I guess, or they're there. This is my second attempt, because the first time I took it down, I didn't have a license plate light. So they're like, nope, you're no good. They're like, just bring it back, you know, when you get it. I didn't know there was supposed to be a license plate light because the inspection form doesn't list. It just says, you know, blinkers, brake lights, tail light, mirrors, horn. But I guess when you open the paperwork, it defines brake light as having a clear portion to illuminate the plate or an auxiliary light. which obviously like 99% of cars you see on the road have an auxiliary light, not a thing. But anyway, so I wired in a little LED for the plate, hooked it up to the tail light circuit, and now we're just driving on down to the dealer, get inspected. Then I got to take that paperwork to the DMV, or no, the DOL, I don't know, whoever gives you your license plates, and get a new sticker for my license plate. And then we're technically good to drive it on the road if all of those things go well. So we'll see. Alright, so I got my stuff all done here, and I got my on-road tab and a new off-road tab, so we are ready to go.